Over the years, tons of celebs have graced the big and small screen despite being well into their 90s. You got legends like Betty White, Bob Barker, and Ed Asner, who've all enjoyed continued success in their careers despite their advancing age and physical impairments. Let's take a little walk down memory lane to pay our respects to folks like Betty, Bob, and Ed, who've maintained their success well into the golden years of their already accomplished lives. Take Betty, for example. The former Golden Girl was able to successfully reinvent herself numerous times throughout her 7-decade-long career. You could probably even get away with calling her the original Madonna. Ed Robertson, host of the TV Confidential podcast, shared his experience meeting her a few years ago. He described her as a working actor who's been lucky enough to be working non-stop for as long as she has. She's like the Energizer Bunny. She keeps on ticking. Mike Pingle, author of Betty White Rules the World, echoed those sentiments in his book, noting that people adore her because she's a very genuine person. He applauded her for always keeping things real, never putting out any BS, and never lacking something fascinating to share in conversation. She's always been a natural. She says what she thinks off the top of her head because it's always the truth. Other silver-haired stars like Bob Newhart, Clint Eastwood, and Estelle Harris have gone down in history as some of the most treasured stars of the golden age of Hollywood. Bob will be 92 this year and has revealed he has no plans of taking a step back from show business. He's been making people laugh for decades now. It would be unthinkable at this point to quit doing what he loves. He told Closer magazine a while back he doesn't think he'll ever stop performing. So without further ado, here's a list of celebrities that kept doing what they love well into their 90s. Betty White, 99. She was born January 17, 1922. After making her film debut in 1945's Time to Kill, White went on to rack up 121 acting credits. Some of her most notable roles include The Golden Girls, The Mary Tyler Moore Show, The Betty White Show, Hot in Cleveland, and many more. Her most recent role was in 2019's Forky Asks a Question. Bob Barker, 97. Who hasn't dreamed about being a contestant on The Price is Right? Drew Carey's been hosting that game show since 2007, but previously, Bob Barker took the reins from 1988 onward. In addition to his hosting job, Bob was also credited for roles in Bonanza in 1960, The Nanny in 1994, How I Met Your Mother in 2007, and SpongeBob SquarePants in 2015. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to our channel. And keep watching, we've still got some cream of the crop stars to talk about. Barbara Walters, 91. Barbara burst onto the world scene on September 25, 1929. Throughout her career, she hosted a handful of TV programs, including Today, 2020, The View, and the ABC Evening News. She's won countless awards and earned many accolades. Notably, she's taken home 4 Emmys for her work as an investigative journalist. Angela Lansbury, 95. Born on October 16, 1925, Angela proved herself as an invaluable icon in the entertainment industry, appearing in hit shows like Murder, She Wrote, Bedknobs and Broomsticks, and Gaslight. Recently, she starred in 2018's Mary Poppins Returns, 2017's Little Women, and Driving Miss Daisy in 2015. According to Wikipedia, she's set to star in the upcoming film The Adventures of Buddy Thunder, slated to hit theaters and streaming services later this year. Beverly Cleary, 104. One of the oldest stars on our list, Cleary was born April 12, 1916, and became one of the most successful children's and young adult fiction writers of her generation. Her works have sold more than 91 million copies since 1950 when she published her first book. Some of her most famous characters are Ramona and Beezus Quimby, Henry Huggins and his trusty dog Ribsy, and Ralph S. Mouse. Cleary is living out the remainder of her days in Carmel, California. She published her last work, The World of Beverly Cleary Collection, in 2016 to celebrate her 100th birthday. Bob Newhart, 91. This legend was born on September 5, 1929, and he's a man of many talents. He's won his fair share of Grammys, Golden Globes, and Emmys for his work over the years. Some of his most celebrated credits include The Bob Newhart Show, Bob, George and Leo, Newhart, Elf, and The Big Bang Theory. His most recent credit was as Arthur Jeffries on CBS's Young Sheldon. Buzz Aldrin, 91. Buzz was born January 20th, 1930. As a former astronaut, engineer, and fighter pilot, he helped pave a career in Hollywood after spending a large chunk of his younger years in space. He appeared in The Boy in the Plastic Bubble in 1976, The Simpsons in 1994, 30 Rock in 2010, Miles from Tomorrowland in 2017, and Apollo 11 in 2019. Buzz has also penned several books based upon his experiences with NASA and the Apollo missions, including Maleficent Desolation, Reaching for the Moon, and Mission to Mars, My Vision for Space Exploration. Clint Eastwood, 90. Just like his neighbor Beverly Cleary, Clint is also a resident of Carmel, California, where he lives in his 16,000 square foot compound by the sea. He was born May 31, 1930, and achieved widespread acclaim for his contribution to the classic Western TV series Rawhide, which he starred in from 1959 to 65. He went on to star in iconic roles in films like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Two Mules for Sister Sarah, A Perfect World, Dirty Harry, and The Mule. Most recently, Eastwood signed on to direct, produce, and star in an adaptation of the 1975 novel Crime Macho with Warner Brothers. Production wrapped on December 16, 2020, and the film is slated for a 2021 release. David Attenborough, 94. This English broadcaster and natural historian was born May 8, 1926. He's best known for writing and presenting the Natural History Unit, which was an educational production in conjunction with the BBC. Some of his writing credits include Natural World, Micro Monsters 3D, The Song of the Earth, and Attenborough's Passion Projects. He's also written a decent number of books as well, including The Adventures of a Young Naturalist, The Zoo Quest Expeditions in 1980, Life in the Underground in 2005, New Life Stories in 2011, and his latest work, A Life on Our Planet, in 2020. Dick Van Dyke. Dick was born December 13, 1925. Besides starring in his uber-successful self-titled sitcom series The Dick Van Dyke Show from 1961 to 65, he's also acted in Mary Poppins, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Diagnosis Murder, Night at the Museum, and dozens of other TV shows, films, and stage performances. In 2018, he portrayed Mr. Dawes Jr. in Mary Poppins Returns. His next project, a film titled Capture the Flag, is currently in pre-production. So it appears he has no plans of retiring anytime soon. Ed Asner. Asner was born November 15, 1929. He's best known as an actor, voice artist, and as the former president of the Screen Actors Guild. His most prolific role was Lou Grant on both The Mary Tyler Moore Show and its spin-off series, Lou Grant. You might recognize him as Santa Claus in 2003's Elf, Carl Fredricksen from Pixar's Up, and most recently as James Staghorn Sr. on USA Network's Briar Patch. In 2020 alone, Asner had 7 credited roles, so he's not slowing down at all. Estelle Harris, 92. Estelle was born April 4, 1928. Ever since, she's been a friendly, familiar face in hit shows and movies like Seinfeld, Toy Story, Brother Bear, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and many others. She's appeared in more than 100 films and TV shows since her rise to fame in the 70s. Her most recent credit was in Toy Story 4 as the character Mrs. Potato Head. Gene Hackman, 91. Gene was born January 30th, 1930. After serving in the Marines, he enjoyed a Hollywood career spanning more than 6 decades. His last acting role was in 2004's Welcome to Mooseport, but he did narrate the 2016 documentary The Unknown Flag Raiser of Iwo Jima for the Smithsonian Channel. He followed that up with narrating another TV documentary, We the Marines, in 2017. Gene is best known for his starring roles in The French Connection, Mississippi Burning, The Conversation, Unforgiving, and Hoosiers. James Earl Jones. Last but not least, we've got the voice of Darth Vader himself. Born January 17, 1931, Jones has been described as one of the most versatile and distinguished actors in the entertainment industry, and he's still very active in Hollywood. Most recently, he's appeared in Amazon Video's 2021 blockbuster Coming to America alongside Eddie Murphy. His most significant roles, however, include The Lion King, Field of Dreams, Dr. Strangelove, and the Star Wars saga of films. Which star are you most surprised to discover is still active in their careers? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.